coming to the green flag. Gene Sanford on pole, takes it to the green flag, gets a good launch as she crosses the start-finish line and immediately clears in front of Sean Angel in the 45 car. In the first couple of corners, Sanford does easily clear Angel, although I think Angel might have just been eager to probably get single file as quick as possible. Sam Curtis in trouble in the 08 car as he stacks up the back half of the field. And it looks like the 08 car has turned off. And ooh, Chris Bouvier into the back of him slightly. And ooh, Bobby Jones and Dylan Young get a piece of it. Cody Lamas has had a good first lap in the 48 car as he's now trying to make a pass for 4th place after starting in 7th here on this first lap. See the rest of the field trying to get themselves single file and clean. Luckily no incidents besides with what happened with Curtis and Bobby Jones. Sean Angel gets a good run on Gene Sanford after completing the first lap. Angel to the inside line, trying to see if he can get a run here. Sanford has not been able to pull away, and Angel gets a good run through that corner. Angel goes to the outside line, trying to see if he can make a pass happen here. But Sanford with a big drive into the center of the corner gets a decent exit. Holds him out for now. Ooh, Bobby Jones gets a tap from Deanna Shelton, and Bobby Jones with a hard right side hit into the inside wall. Well, that's gonna make things go from bad to worse for Bobby Jones as he continuously decides to hit the wall. I think he might have a blown tire because he can't steer the car. Vladimir Petrov in trouble. His car is shot off in the 09 car. And Elijah Bree and William Duncan, the points leader, gets into the back of him. Steven Pollard third also goes around. Here's a quick replay. As Vladimir Petrov, the same thing that what happened to his teammate Sam Curtis. The car just shuts off in the straightaway, and Jabri, Duncan, and Pollard with pretty much nowhere to go. And that's going to eliminate 2 of the A4T cars within the first 3 laps. Well, this is interesting. Joshua Collard and Sean Galligan, who got into it at Finland the other week, they are now battling each other within the top 10. And Joshua Collard, who got spun pretty much by the 44 car, I don't think he's going to let Galligan go so easily. He did not have very kind words for the 44 car. And Collard goes 3 wide, as does Galligan, underneath the 19 of DJ Curtis. And into chicane, someone's got to give, and Collard is the one that has to back out. But the battle continues on here. Collard definitely not going to let Galligan go by easily. Battle between the 2 Cybertron Motorsports teammates as DJ Curtis is trying to get 7th place from the 9 of Trailer Fibrosis. DJ Curtis surprisingly still winless in 2017. This 19 car has had some pretty good runs, but they have really struggled to put together some wins in a consistent season to begin with. As for Curtis, almost all of his top 10s this season are top 5s. And he only has roughly 7 or 8 of them, so that's not exactly something that's going to win you a championship. But Curtis still on the outskirts of the title. Needs to start putting together some consistent runs and get some victories on the side too, because eventually the lack of wins will catch up with him. But Curtis, who got a good pass in the 9 car, easily disposes of the 84 of Sofia Vargas. As I was so busy talking about his point situation, he takes 2 cars within 4 corners pretty much. Well, a driver who's definitely not going to be in the running for most popular this season is definitely Michael Cavendish in the C3 car, who got penalized for his actions at Finland the other week. He received a warning from the stewards that if any similar incidents occur in this A3 car, well, specifically the driver will be heavily punished. Especially if he gets into the 2 again. That was apparently another warning, was any instance with the 2 further would result in an even harsher penalty. So Cavanero, definitely not the most popular driver at the moment, and definitely on a short leash. A lot of people in the garage and a lot of teams believe that this A3 team basically got away with murder, and that they really should have been parked. Well, Michael Cavanero should have been parked this weekend. But so far, Cavanero's kept it clean. Vladimir Petrov and Sam Kurz have both rejoined the race, but they are both several laps down. We're being told that they had transmission problems in the cars, and that the cars basically, once they got to fourth gear, once they clicked up the fourth gear each time, it pretty much just turned the car off, kind of like a battery went out. That's what we thought it was at first, but definitely some transmission issues. Vincent Allen, who's in the top 5, definitely doesn't want to know what happened, so he's gonna hope that the bug that hit Petrov and Curtis doesn't happen to him. Coming up on what will be the first stop of the day, out of the 2 needed for each race, Josh Travel alongside Joshua Card, and Travel bounces off the 42 and spins it around, and the 10 car gets it back going. I think Travel might have been a little bit too aggressive on the exit. Now he's going to get split by Chris Dodd and Dutta, who are both outside the top 20. Whoa, boy. Travel definitely looks like he's already in a hurry to make up some ground, as Dodd and Dutta made contact, and Dodd almost just self-spun, but he saved the car. Gene Sanford will surrender the lead as she comes to pit road. Sean Angel and several cars in the top 5. 3 of the top 5 stay out. And Sanford comes in. 1 lap later, Sean Angel completes his stop. And we're going to see where he merges out as Gene Sanford coming around the corner. And Angel going to have a favorable entry into the corner off the exit. And Angel gets the lead from Gene Sanford. Sean Angel, what a good stop by that team as they came in clutch and passes the 24. Angel had been hugging the 24, had kept her in her sights, and he gets the lead. But Gene Sanford, though, with the warmer tires, she's going to fight back. Whoa, Sanford almost goes off the track trying to make this pass and almost hits the foam sticks that are usually supposed to help define the chicane. And Angel, who is very slow through those chicanes, I think those cold tires are getting to him. Paula Thanos in the 98 car, she's now up to 3rd. Well, actually, she has been running at 3rd, but now she's closer to these 2 than she was before. Sanford still fighting this 45 car, and she's going to get a big run on the bottom. Angel, though, trying to fight back on the outside line, and Paula Thanos licking her chops. Definitely wants to see if she can make a hole, perhaps appear in front of her, but Angel does get back in front of Sanford again. Sanford being very patient here with this 45 car, and this is where I think she'll be able to get by him. She gets a good run off the final corner, and Angel loses the lead to Sanford. Sean Galligan, a bad pit stop, has knocked the 44 out of the top 20. And now Galligan, who is trying to fight his way back forward as he battles with Satsuki Yakajur for, I believe, the 21st position. This will definitely hurt Galligan, who is trying to get the points lead from William Duncan, who is struggling with a broken front after that contact with a wrecked car earlier. Sean Angel gets a big run off the final corner as we are just past the halfway point, and Angel with a great run, looking to get the lead back from Sanford as they come up on a lap car, and Angel into the back of the 24 of Sanford. Gene Sanford goes off the track in the 24, and Angel takes the lead. But that was a very messy accident as Gene Sanford, she has merged back onto the track. Here's a replay of what happens here. Sean Angel gets a big run on the 24 car, and this is coming to turn 1. And Angel, I think, perhaps broke a little bit later than the 24 car. Sanford goes off into the grass, tries to get it back on, but she hits the left wall with her left side, and she does merge to, I believe, 3rd place, so she only lost 2 positions. Well, I don't think that was the way Sean Angel expected to take the lead, but I'm sure Gene Sanford, if she can somehow get back to the 45 car, I don't think she's going to be too happy. Although, looking at that replay, it does look like Angel just broke a little bit later into the corner. I think just hit the 24 at a really weird angle. So for that, I don't think Angel will get a penalty for that one. And plus, Sanford didn't really, you know, spin or wreck or have a major accident, so I think the stewards are going to let that one go. But now Angel finds himself in the lead. Paul Athanos in 2nd place. We'll see if she can catch him as this race goes on. 3-car battle for 6th place as DJ Curtis is all over Allen, and Michael Cavanier, who gets a good run off that corner. He is trying to make a pass here. Allen, Curtis, and Cavanier, 3 cars who were big competitors for last season's championship. They are fighting here for the 6th place position. And Curtis, and Cavanier into the back of the 0 car, into turn 2, and that sends Allen around in the 83 car, and the Allen around in the 0 car. Well, that's 3 FRT cars who are going to have problems today, although this was not an engine or a transmission failure. Let's see what happens here. Allen and Cavanier just broke. They both hit the brakes, and they just ended up colliding into each other. It looked like Allen might have come across the 83, who was trying to turn into the corner. I'm not sure if Allen perhaps broke a little bit too early, or perhaps was locking it up, but that is going to send Vincent Allen, the 0 car, all the way to the outskirts of the top 20. Chris Dodd in the 24 car, he's doing a pretty bang-up job as he's trying to hold off the 44, and the 3 cars, Skabnicki and Dodd, with a problem of some kind, and he's going to have to bring that to pit lane, and Michael Block with nowhere to go. Dodd chose a bad time to hit the brakes, and Block gets into him. I think something broke on the 24 car, something, because he just stopped in the corner, and Charles Jackson in the 54, not looking where he's going, gets back into Dodd, and Dodd spins again. Tough break for Dodd. He was having a run in the top 20, but that's going to hurt him. Sean Angel coming in for his final stop at the same main. Paul Thanos, you can see that she's not behind him. That's because she pitted the lap before. Angel merges off pit lane in front of Gene Sanford, at least, so I don't think she's going to get that payback she might have been hoping to get, but we're going to see where Angel comes out. See if he comes out in front of Paul Athanos, and he looks like he will. Paul Athanos will not get the lead off of pit stop, so she's going to have to do this on the track. She has the warmer tires, so she should catch this 45 car a little bit. But it definitely looks like she has lost some of the gap she had. Just a couple of laps to go, and Paula Thanos looks like she's going to give Sean Angel a fight. As Thanos to the bottom here, trying to make this pass for the lead. She gets a good run off that hairpin. But into the chicane, roughly 5 laps to go here. Thanos trying to strike. Sean Angel looking for his 3rd win of the season. Paula Thanos looking for her 2nd of the season and of her career. At 98 they had such a quick start to the year. But slowly they have dropped off. But today they are really putting in a good effort here. Angel, though, still retains the lead. And this 45 team, which has really come alive ever since their win at Russia, this 45 team has turned into a top 5 car. And they're trying to see if they can get their 3rd win in what would be 4 rounds, which would be a very impressive feat. 3rd place on back has lost touch with the front 2. And Jean Sanford, ooh, she drives really wide off that corner, and she, I think, might have scraped the wall. And here comes Sofia Vargas now. She wants to get 3rd place. Sanford drove it a little bit too hot, and she definitely looked like she might have just barely scruffed the wall. And Vargas does clear her. We haven't talked about Vargas much today, but she has run a pretty solid race. It's been a kind of a tough season for this 84 team, and this was definitely a track they were looking forward to. This is the 1 season anniversary of when Sofia Vargas got her first career win here at this racetrack, so she is definitely trying to put together a positive weekend, and so far she has done that. Coming to 2 laps to go, Paula Thanos continuing to run behind the 44. She gets a great run through these last couple of corners. And Thanos, ooh, almost turns the 45 right there. She almost got to the back of him. That could be disastrous, but they come to take 2 to go here. Past couple laps, Thanos has just been hugging in his shadow. And now Thanos trying to make a move here. But Angel, he will definitely defend this to the best of his abilities, and he's not going to make this easy. Thanos trying to move left. Angel comes up. A slight block perhaps, but a fair one. Thanos, ooh, drove it a little bit too hard into the corner, I think, and she slipped up pretty bad. But Thanos still drives it really hard into the corner. But Angel gets a better exit. I think Thanos might be trying a little bit too hard here. She is driving it so hard into these corners, it's causing her to lose time. And Angel is just running so smooth. Sofia Vargas having trouble getting past Sebastian Mendez in the 01 car, and she hooks him hard into the tire barrier. Massive hit for Mendez. And the Frenchman goes head on into the tires. And Gene Sanford and DJ Curtis looks like they're going to pass Vargas after that one. A very nasty hit for Sebastian Mendez. As we're going to look through this again, you see Mendez going through the corner quite cleanly. He can't really get out of the 84 car's way, especially when entering a chicane, and this is where things kind of go out of control. Mendez just running his normal line, and Vargas just goes around the outside line, and Mendez just takes a bad bump from a bad kick from the 84 car, and I think Vargas was really being a little bit over aggressive with that move. I mean, Mendez could have been able to brake, but he would have probably caused the 2 cars behind him to wreck. So very questionable accident here. Meanwhile, Angel coming to take the white flag here. Paul Thanos does not have much time left to make this move. She's actually starting to lose ground to the 45 car. I think she might have overdrove her car a little bit trying to make this pass happen. I think Angel's just been running so smooth. I think it's just pretty much bottoming out what she's trying to do. And Angel, I think if he can just run a clean lap here, I don't think Paul Thanos is going to be able to even touch him. Coming through the last couple of corners, Paul Thanos has lost touch with Sean Angel. And Angel, if he can just get through this corner cleanly, as he comes to the checkered flag, and Angel, though, gets a bit of a rough run through that final corner, but it will not make a difference because coming to the checkered flag, Sean Angel gets win number 3 of the 2017 season. This 45 team, man, they have just come alive. This is win 3 in 4 rounds. Out of 7 races in total within those 4 rounds. Actually 6, now that I think about it, but Angel, another win in the books for this 45 team. They are on a roll. Time for the B main. Ian Dutta and Sean Galligan are on the front row. After an inversion of the top 20, Dutta is technically on pole position. Green flag waves a bit later than the last main. And that, I think, caught some guys off guard, and Dutta does not get a good start. Galligan actually, I think, beat him to the line. And Galligan, makes contact with Dutta to force him out wide. And Galligan gets the lead immediately. And Satsuki Yakajura comes up to second place in the 41 car. Now Dutta trying to rebound. As the rest of the field comes through the first couple corners relatively cleanly, it looks like. Three wide, looks like into the chicane, and now Alden's going to back out as Angel block into each other, and that sends block off, and Allen goes around the 0 car, and William Duncan, the points leader, into the 0 car. Chris Dodd, Deanna Shelton, a couple of other cars involved. Well, I jinxed it, but Allen, who lost out on some very big points after the A-main, looks like he's going to have to fight to even get 1 point this weekend. Here's a replay of the incident. This is why going 3 wide to the chicane just does not work. As Angel and Block into each other, and Vincent Allen actually self-spins on his own. And Duncan, who was an innocent bystander, had nowhere to go as well, so our points are definitely in trouble. But he keeps his car going. We're being told somebody went off in turn 1. So we're going to review this incident as, 3 wide. Petrov, Shelley into each other, and that sends Sam Curtis off in the 08 car. So that's the second straight time Sam Curtis has been knocked off the track on turn 1 during the first lap. Well, definitely not a good weekend for Sam Curtis, as, yep, that's how I would feel about that too. Ian Dutta and Sasuke Yakajura continue to battle for second place as Sean Galligan is just pulling away here. Both Sasuke and Dutta definitely could use a good run here. Dutta especially, as he sits in the bottom 8 in points. Sasuke Yakajura, who's trying to stay in the top 20. We'll see how long they can hold out. As Zachary Fitzwater, I think, just forced Alan Cavanero a little bit wide as he comes up to 4th place. Ooh, trouble! Dylan Young, the 2 car, spinning into the red wall. And Dylan Young, who only completed roughly 3 laps in the A main, he's going to complete roughly the same in the B main. Zachary Fitzwater, who just got to 4th place, he is going to challenge Satsuki for the 3rd place position. Fitzwater into the back of the 41. Satsuki does keep it going and gets a great run off that chicane. And now Satsuki, with some drafting help from Fitzwater, is going to move forward back to 2nd place. And that's going to open the door for Fitzwater. He now wants to get past Dutta for 3rd. Zachary Fitzwater, the teammate of Sean Galligan, who is driving up into the sunset at the moment. I don't think Fitzwater wants to let his teammate get away so easily. Dutta, I think, isn't going to last too long against the 55 car. And he does not. And Fitzwater gets a great run off of that final corner. He goes past Dutta, and I think he's going to get Satsuki with her as well. Satsuki with him, I think. I almost will say it, but Fitzwater makes the pass. He goes from 4th to 2nd place in 1 lap. Nice job by Fitzwater, who has had a very, very rough past couple of rounds. They are trying to turn this 55 team around after such a good start to the year, too. They have fallen from the top 10 in points all the way outside the top 20. So they are trying to fix what has been, what started off as a hot season, has definitely dwindled. It has cooled off. It has gone from Sahara to Antarctica. Joshua Collard and Alan Cavanero, they're both taking weird exits into the entrances into the corner as Lamas wants to go 3 wide. That's not going to work. And Collard with a big hit into the tires, just like Sebastian Mendez. I was trying to say Collard and Cavanero were taking weird entrances to this corner, and Lamas just knocked my speech out. He actually tried to go for a 3 wide move, and Collard, who I don't think he saw that coming at all, he gets turned dead into the tire barrier, just like Mendez did with Vargas. One more look at this again. Lamas, I'm not sure what he was trying to pull with this move, as Cavanero comes back into the 42, and Lamas was there, and they just did not settle that before the entrance to that corner. And Collard's day is done. Charles Fibrosis, one of the highest movers so far, started 11th place. He is up to 5th and about to pass Dutta for 4th. As a lot of the BMW cars moving their way forward. And ooh, Dutta into the back of the 9. Gave him a tap, and Dutta being very aggressive with his defensive driving, if you want to call that defensive, but the 95 car trying to get what they can from a Honda team that has been severely underpowered so far here in 2017. I would say I don't think Dutta's really ever done anything wrong. It's just these Hondas, they just really seem to lack speed on straightaways, and they don't seem to corner too well. You can see how far away Fibrosis just pulls from the 95 on that straightaway, and that has been the Honda's problem. It's just been that straight line speed. And you can see even further here, Fibrosis just pulling away here with that 41 car. Even with draft, you'd think he'd keep up better. Eugene Max kind of being aggressive, Sebastian Mendez, and Mendez is going to get hooked into the wall. And what has been a very bad weekend for the 01 team, it just got worse. Sean Galligan comes to pit road for his first stop of the day. We believe some other cars pitted on the previous lap, so we'll See where Galligan shakes up. Sean Galligan, you can see up ahead, comes out of pit lane, way ahead of Zachary Fitzwater, who does retain second place, and Fibrosis, who goes past Satsuki Yakajura on pit road to get third place. Tough stop for Satsuki Yakajura. She falls from 3rd to 11th place on pit road, and oh god, not again. With Mendez and Lamas, okay. Alright. They made it 3 wide. Mendez managed to back out the last second. But anyways, a tough stop from the 41 team. They've got some work to do. And Satsuki falls to 11th with DJ Curtis in 12th. I think he's going to most likely pass her. So this 41 team, they got some work to do. And Louvier from 23rd into the top 10. Meanwhile, Sean Angel, who decided to pit 2 laps before the leader did, he's up to 4th. Angel was 20th when we started that green flag cycle, and he's managed to get to 4th somehow. I'm not sure how he pulled that off. That is quite remarkable. I mean, I imagine Angel had time to do some hot lapping on those new tires, but even then, that's pretty absurd. I think that 45 team, I think they gave him a really good pit stop. We are being told he took 4 tires, so he didn't do anything fancy. We are being told Angel's team did put together the fastest stop on that cycle. That's what we're being told. So Angel up to 4th place. And he hasn't passed a single car on track on the racing surface. He passed 16 cars on the pit road. I'm not sure I can say that enough. Angel, the big run on the 9 car for 3rd place. Sean Angel is the fastest car on the racetrack, we're being told. And he is coming. He is going to pass the 9 with relative ease. As the top 4 is all BMWs. 3 Harpo Motorsports cars. And Trevor Bros is actually now Harpo Motorsports. They're 1, 2, 3. I think they want to sweep the podium. Right now, they look like they are very much capable of doing that. Charles Jackson has somehow gone into the top 20. And Curtis across the 41 of Satsuki spins himself out. And I think Curtis broke. I think he hit the brakes right as the 41 was coming. I don't think he saw it coming. Cody Lamas setting up a pass for 5th place on Jesse Turner. And Lamas with some contact with Turner, but doesn't really slow him down. And Lamas comes up to 5th place to get into the top 5. Jesse Turner, he's trying to mount a counterattack on the 48 car here, and Turner gets a great run through that chicane. And now Jesse Turner, he's going to retake 5th place from the 48 of Cody Lamas. Turner not going to let Lamas get away with this very easily. Some very solid racing. We usually come to expect that here in Amsterdam, the Amsterdam airport, which has been on the schedule for probably the longest out of most of the tracks on the schedule. In many seasons, and Lamas and Turner going at it here for 5th. Sean Angel, he's going to do exactly what he did on that first stop. He's going to pit 2 laps early, and he is going to be at the edge of the fuel window, but he is going to sacrifice that because he wants fresh tires and he wants to make up a gap. Sean Galligan, however, he's going to vote to pit early this time. I think he's reacting to what Sean Angel did. I think he realized what that gap that 45 car was able to make with 2 basically hot laps to himself. And I think Galligan, being very cautious here, reacting to it. Sean Galligan coming off pit lane very slowly, but Sean Angel Angel, you can see the spec of the 44 car, and Sean Angel has taken the lead. He has passed Sean Galligan. From third place, 4 seconds back, Angel made up the gap, and he's now the leader. By a decent margin, might I add. That's a healthy 2-second gap that Angel just put on. He made up roughly 6 seconds on that cycle. How on earth? We are being told he did take 4 tires, and he did not speed on pit road. And we are being told now again that the 45 team just absolutely shattered all the other teams on pit lane. I can't believe this. How did... I mean, we just listed the factors, but even then, he just basically made up 6 seconds on the 44 of Sean Galligan. Now, we are being told Galligan did have a kind of a rough stop, but no matter. Sean Angel has gone from 20th to 1st on pit stops alone. He has only passed 1 car physically on track, on the racing surface. That was Charlie Fibrosis. But other than that, he pretty much passed 18 cars without having to lift a finger, pretty much. And now we have to compliment further. Remember, earlier this season, Jesse Turner was the first driver to sweep a weekend fully. He did it on an oval. We kind of figured something like that would happen on oval, a pure sweep, something where track position's a little bit more lenient. But here, Angel could be en route to be the first ever road course sweeper if he can hold on. Sean Galligan has actually ran laps faster than him for most of this race, so that lead might not last too long, but Angel looking to make some history here today. Well, Sean Angel, he made up a lot of gaps, but so did his adversary in the A-main, Paula Thanos. She is up to 6th place from 19th. And Thanos now looking for a run for 5th place now on Charlie Fibrosis. And I think she's gonna get it. And she will. Paula Thanos, she is on the move in this 98 car. And now she's going to have her sights set on 4th place. And Fibrosis looks like he's slowing up a little bit. I think he's having some trouble. Look at this though. Galligan makes a big jump through that chicane. Angel, I think, kind of lost control of his car a bit. And now Galligan swoops in for the lead. Galligan made up a lot of time within these last couple of laps, and we're seeing it here. Galligan just absolutely destroyed that gap Angel put. And now Galligan, he is going to retake the lead. Four laps to go, and I don't think Sean Angel's ready to let that 44 car go just yet. Top 3, all Harlepo Motorsports still. Fitzwater's a couple of seconds behind these guys. But Angel looking to sweep the weekend. Galligan looking to get the win. What would be his 2nd of the season. Angel looking for his 4th. How about some underdogs with some good runs today? Charles Jackson in 13th place. Him and Milton Campbell had some good runs at Finland, and they're trying to capitalize off that momentum. And look at this, Coy Harley in the other 42 car. Don't ask, but Coy Harley looking for a top 15 finish. Seth Cole and Sofia Vargas make contact, and Vargas, who comes across the 12 car's bumper, she will wreck herself into the inside wall. And that's going to give the 84 car some major damage. William Duncan trying to hold off Chris Washer for 26th. It has been a very unlucky weekend for this 87 team. Twice in a row they got involved in accidents that were not of their own fault. And this is going to be some trouble for William Duncan. I mean, Duncan just, after Finland, he got the points lead after winning his third race of the season. And if Galligan wins this and Duncan does not score any more points from what we were being told, Galligan is going to take the points lead from Duncan. This is not what Duncan needs. He needs some momentum as we are approaching the Race of Legends, which is 2 rounds from now, which will be in France as the series returns to France for the first time in several seasons. Meanwhile, Satsuki Yakajur, this 41 team, they have not done her many favors today as they have fallen to 20th. Well, 19th actually. She passes by Pollard for the position, but tough break for Satsuki. She was at the second at one point, but I think her crew kind of let her down. But she's going to try and see if she can score some points regardless. As I think all the Texan Audi cars are in the top 20 actually, so this might be a win for them. Kind of. Ooh, Josh Travel not playing nice with Coy Harley. He's going to push him around, and Travel, who started 40th place, looking to see if he can get 13th here. Jackson holds that position. Travel's been methodically working his way through the field. And he wants to see if he can get a 13th place finish, which would be a very impressive comeback after a very tough A-main. Sean Galligan about to come to take the white flag as Sean Angel has lost touch with him. And I think what happened was Angel, he pitted a lap earlier than Sean Galligan, and I think that might have hurt his tire wear as this run went on. And Galligan taking the white flag here in the Netherlands. What would be his second win of the season if he can just pretty much drive it around for one more lap. Travel still trying to fight his way forward. He's going to try and sneak 3 wide, as does Rosengarten. They make contact. Off the edge of the corner. Why is that grass freaking out? Alright, I'm going to pretend that didn't happen. But Travel still fighting these two. Jackson, Rosengarten, Harley, they're trying to fight to get as many points as they can. Jackson looking for his second straight 13th place finish. Just a few corners left for Sean Galligan and Hartlepool Motorsports, and this is going to be a very impressive team effort as coming through the final corner. Sean Galligan is going to absolutely dominate the B-main here in the Netherlands. He comes to the checker flag and he scores his second win of 2017. Sean Angel comes across second place, and Hopper Motorsports, they will get the podium sweep as Zachary Fitzwater comes across the line in third place. And for the first time ever, I think a 3-car team has swept the podium. So while Angel did not pull that victory, Hopper Motorsports, they do get the full podium sweep, and that has got to be such a big confidence booster. And Sean Galligan, he is going to take the points lead, we are being told, after a rough weekend for William Duncan.